Cancer, hi, welcome to this channel. This is your weekly reading for the week of August 25th. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. Let's see what's coming through for you. You can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. If you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email. And if you like what you see here, do remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and support the channel. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, Cancer. Sun, moon, and rising. What's coming through for Cancer? All right, Cancer, your cards are Nine of Cups, King of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and Ten of Swords. All right. Okay. So Ten of Swords here has to do with something that you are trying to do here. He is a little bit exhausting, and you are also coming across different kinds of information. It could be that you are online doing your research and you are bombarded with all kinds of information, or it could also be people around you, they have their opinions and things like that. So it's a little bit overwhelming is what I'm seeing here. And that can also, for some, it also has to do with your own ideas about things, like maybe you are worrying about things, and it could also be negative thinking, beliefs, the way you are seeing and understanding that situation, things like that. So what the heck is happening here? Is it you, Cancer, or is it the people around you, or is it the situation? So if it's you, just be aware of that. Well, number 10 has to do with endings. So meaning you see the sunrise here, that denotes a new morning. Meaning, like whatever it is that you are worrying about, maybe you are in your head. You are in your head, not maybe. You are, with this energy, you are, Cancer, okay? So what I want to say is, when you wake up in the morning, maybe you are going to bed thinking about all these things, worrying about things, and making up stories in your mind. So it's your mind coming up with all these stories, so if you are not taking the reins back, then our mind is very creative. Our mind is a storyteller, and if you are not in control, if you are letting it control things, then it will take you to all the places that you don't want to go. So just be aware of that, and if you start believing all these stories, then things will be really difficult for you. So just know what's happening in the mind and what is the story that you are believing in. If this is true, if there is any ounce of truth in it, okay. But then the dark is disappearing now. So if you are going through some confusion, things like that, so that is now dissipating. That energy is going away, and the sun is shining bright. Meaning, so if you are going to bed worrying about things, then you will wake up in the morning with a new insight, feeling differently. Maybe you will be able to see that situation differently, and maybe you will wake up with clarity on what needs to happen, what you need to do, and things like that. So so it's, what I want to say is, hope, faith, and confidence and trust, all these things are important. So trust yourself, and be aware of, avoid making any assumptions. And if you are bombarded with information, it's also important to just sit with yourself for a moment, to really go within, to understand, to listen to your own intuition. Okay, but looks like a temporary phase because I don't see any major arcana card. So it could be something that you are working on, and maybe you are out there doing your research, talking to people, and you are coming across all this information, and now you have to sit down and sort through and to find out what works for you and what you can do, things like that. Maybe it looks like whatever it is that you are doing, Cancer, it's a little bit exhausting, but there is help, so you are not in this alone, and there is people who can help you with things. So maybe think about reaching out. So this could mean your friends, your family, even strangers, or it could be your community. Or yeah, being resourceful is important here. So don't try to do everything by yourself. So King of Wands is also here. It could be someone you are dealing with, so fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or it could be the energy that you are embodying. So with this energy, the tendency here is to do everything by yourself. So just be aware of that. If you need help, ask for help because help is there. And so you want to make use of the resources. So be more resourceful is what I am seeing. So when I said resource, it could also be human resource. So it doesn't have to be just about information. It could also be the people around you. On the other hand, for some of you, it could be that maybe some of you guys are not feeling well. And again, I'm reading for next week. So just know what's happening this week. And if there is something, and how you are taking care of yourself, if you are not, then this is your sign to take good care of yourself, take rest, and organize your days, organize your life, organize yourself so you don't fall sick. So be proactive. And Nine of Cups is also here. Nine of Cups here could mean procrastination. It could be that this is where maybe something needs your attention, and this is where you are like, maybe the motivation is not there. It could be that you are not well, so maybe you are, putting things for another day. On the other hand, this could also be lack of motivation, lack of energy, things like that. And yeah, procrastination. But just be aware of what is it that you are putting away, because maybe if there is something that needs your attention, then it's important you take care of it, because end of the week you are feeling this way. And Five of Pentacles could mean again exhaustion, or like a lot on your plate, so you might feel again lack of energy, motivation, things like that. But it's also important you involve people around you, your family, your workmates, things like that, so you don't have to do everything by yourself. And Cancer, whatever it is that you want to do, it's important you communicate your wants, your needs, what is important for you, your opinions, your expectations, and things like that. But you don't want to like keep it to yourself, because that can also lead to resentments and anger. People cannot read our mind. So you have to be very transparent and honest in your communication, so others know what you want. And yeah, because this is where you might find yourself complaining about things. It could be a wallet situation that you are coming across. So is there something, it's important, if there is something you can do about it, because yeah, it's all about the choices you are making. You have a say in your own life. You don't want to go by people's suggestions, their advices, what they are talking about. you want to take, what I want to say is take charge of your life, you know, and instead of waiting for others' approval, validation, you want to be in control of your life, your days, your health, whatever it is that's important for you. And share your opinions, your expectations, communicate your needs, and make your own decisions. You don't blindly want to go, you don't want to go by other people's suggestions, their decisions. Instead you want to make your own decisions. Sometimes what happens is when we are exhausted and tired, when we don't want to do the work, make an effort, then we just let other people make decisions for us, but that always won't go well. And that can also lead to resentments and anger later on. And at that time, blames and complaints won't help. So it's important to understand if that is something you are coming across. It's important to know what it's all about and what kind of choices you are making, and what is it that needs to happen in order for you to change things up. On the other hand, for some, it could be that maybe somebody promised you something and now at the last moment they are saying no, and now you have to figure things out from the scratch. So yeah, that can also happen. But again, what I want to say is you can do this, yeah, by yourself. Okay. What's happening in the sky? On the 25th, Venus moves into the sign of Leo. Now, Venus is a planet of abundance, prosperity, love, romance, beauty, and Leo energy is coming through for some of you guys actually, or it could be an Aries or a Sagittarius. So yeah, Leo energy has to do with self-expression and authenticity and communication. So this could mean communication for some of you, but it's not showing on the cards, but that energy is available for all of us. So what I want to say is, it could be that you are worrying about things unnecessarily. And again, what I want to remind you is just be aware of mind's tendencies to come up with stories, and know if you really want to believe in these stories or if you want to take control, be in charge. On the other hand, yeah, what I want to say is be optimistic. So this could be pessimistic thinking. So if that is something that you are coming across, Cancer, the energy is reminding you, be confident, be assertive, share your responsibilities, delegate, and be a leader in your own life, because we all have a choice, and we all can move things. What I want to say is, I wanted to say something inspirational and powerful, but the energy is reminding you, yes, remain hopeful, be optimistic, be confident, and trust yourself. You got this, Cancer. So you don't want to wait for somebody's approval and validation. Instead, you can do this by yourself. So this is a card of leadership. So take charge of your life, take control, and move things forward, take action, take initiatives. Okay, and on the 28th of August, Uranus sextiles Neptune. And now this is lovely energy, because Uranus has to do with out of the box thinking. And that's exactly what's needed here. So Uranus is about, revolutionary ideas, being creative, being inventive, doing something that we have never done before. The risk taking is also what that energy is. And Neptune is all about our dreams, our goals, creativity, spirituality, and things like that. But Neptune also has to do with illusions, and imaginations of the mind. So know if so again we can use our mind. Our mind can be our friend or our enemy. So Neptune is all about creative imagination. Now we can either use it to our advantage, meaning we can imagine, visualize, and imagine something positive happening in our life, like setting new intentions and visualizing something amazing and beautiful, and our dreams coming true and everything, something like that. Or we can dwell in negative thinking. Both energies leads to manifestations. So it's important to know where you are focusing your energy, how you are spending your mental energy, and whether you are entertaining good thoughts, positive thoughts, or whether you are worrying about things. So that's important to know. So what I want to say is keep your thoughts on the positive, keep your thoughts on the light, keep the focus on the light, keep the eyes on the possibilities, what is possible for you. So, and Uranus is expansion, Uranus is growth. So whatever it is that we are putting our energy towards, it grows, it expands. So like for instance, if we come across a negative thought, if we are dwelling in it, then it will become bigger and bigger. So maybe it's not like a major issue. So our mind is very creative. It can create a mountain out of a molehill. So whatever it is that you are worrying about here, if it's a mountain or if it's a molehill, yeah. But then this is where you are taking initiatives, you are staying more organized, you are prioritizing things, and you are making some decisions. And for some of you guys, it may have something to do with something that you are working on. Maybe it's a little bit exhausting, but you are on it. You got this, Cancer. And Nine of Cups here has something to do with a party you are attending. It could be you are trying different kinds of food, drinks, different recipes, things like that. So it could also be a vacation for some of you. Maybe you are taking a break, going on a vacation, and yeah. So for some, it may also have something to do with what you are consuming, like when it comes to food and drinks. So if you are traveling or something, just be careful what you are eating, where you are eating from, so you don't fall sick. Okay, now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Spirit, please give us a message for Cancer. What do they need to know? What do they need to be aware of? This could be emotional eating. Okay, maybe you are not feeling well, or it could be just boredom, or it could be just be like feeling demotivated, uninspired. And this is where you are finding solace in food and drinks, and something that's not going to be helpful. So some kind of movement is needed. And this could also be migraines, backache, something to do with your legs. So something to do with your health. So Cancer, your message is past life. I don't see any major arcana cards here. Something to do with a past situation, maybe. Okay. This situation involves your past life memories. So it doesn't have to be about past life. This could also be something that happened in the past, which is still bothering you, And this is mental prison. This is where you are choosing to get trapped in that mental prison. So just be aware of that, Cancer. So something to do with past memories. It could be childhood memories, it may have something to do with a parent figure, or it could be a partner, something to do with past beliefs and patterns that you picked up early on. So the message is, your roots upon this planet are strong and deep, and some of the roots have anchored you in past memories from far away times. These roots have anchored you so deeply, in fact, that you are paralyzed when it comes to moving forward. I call your attention to this condition so that you may unearth and uproot past memories. Sometimes you bury those memories to shield yourself from psychic pain or embarrassment, so you won't remember those awkward moments when life tested you to the maximum. Reveal those lessons to yourself now and move forward with the confidence that you have sage wisdom behind you. Get a past life regression to gain insights and answers. Ancient fears from the past life are surfacing right now. You have known the person you are inquiring about in a past life. Your current situation relates to a childhood issue. This Egyptian high priestess, moon goddess, wow. Okay, so Cancer, your sign is ruled by the moon, and high priestess is your card in tarot, and this is high priestess energy, this is moon goddess. So yeah, it's your energy. Get a past life regression to gain insights and answers. Okay, this Egyptian high priestess, moon goddess, is regarded as one of the most important ancient deities because of her many functions and her vivid history. She is simultaneously motherly and businesslike, feminine and ultra strong. Isis brought her murdered husband Osiris back to life, and they conceived their beloved son Horus. Unfortunately, Osiris was murdered beyond repair after the conception, and Isis devoted her attention to raising Horus. Isis also convinced the sun god Ra to tell her his secret names that contained vibrational tones that created instant manifestations. Thus, Isis is also known as a goddess of divine magic and alchemy. You can call upon her for assistance in many areas, including help with past life memories. All right, so this is where you are feeling stuck, but then again, it's just in our mind, we are never stuck. So it has to do with changing up our thoughts and changing up our perspective. So be conscious of what you are coming across. It could be the situations you are coming across, it could be thoughts and the triggers. But then know that changing it up is totally in your hands, because you are like, this is high priestess energy, and I did mention manifestations coming through. So stay optimistic and keep your eyes on the possibilities, and release whatever is not helpful for you. It could be memories, it could be your thoughts about a situation, and remind yourself to see the light in every situation. So it could be something difficult that you are coming across. It could be this is just temporary, nothing is going to be permanent. So why do we want to waste our time and energy thinking about these temporary situations? Because this is also now passing. There is also a change happening. This situation is also transforming, so again, keep your eyes on the possibilities, see the brighter side of things, remain optimistic, and remind yourself to focus your energy on positive, constructive matters, because you don't want to fall sick and you don't want to manifest something that you really don't want to experience. Releasing is something that's coming through for you guys. What needs to be released? So this may have something to do with changing up your energy on it, okay? So it could be like maybe you are not feeling well, Cancer. It could be that you are resting and you are coming across all these thoughts, constantly, like you are bombarded with all these like past memories. It's because you are resting, your mind is not occupied with anything else. So it's now like everything is surfacing to this, everything is now surfacing, all the memories that are that your subconscious is holding on to. Maybe this is also happening for a reason, and instead of letting it affect you in a bad way, maybe know that maybe this is now ready to be released. So bless it. You don't want to make it, you don't want to let it again, affect you in a bad way. Instead, you don't want to blame yourself for anything, a situation, others, but it's about seeing the situation objectively for what it is, and maybe that also happened for a reason. Maybe you are where you are, whatever it is that because of those experiences. So it's all about blessing it and then letting it go, release, and you will immediately start feeling a big relief. Okay. All right, so that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch your moon and the rising sign as well. Maybe you will find something different there. And I hope you have a great week ahead. Please take care, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye.